What is good, everybody? This is TAETRO and welcome back to the Lo-Fi Lounge. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the RHODES V8 plugin. RHODES finally made an electric piano plugin of their own. This is actually a clip from a live stream. I am live here on this channel every Thursday, so if you want to come hang out and chat, ask questions live, and just hang out, it's usually a pretty chill vibe. We're always making music, checking out new plugins, new gear, and it's a great way to just hang out as a community. Full disclosure that this stream was sponsored by RHODES, but you can take a listen to how the plugin sounds and come to your own conclusions and even check out the trial before you spend any money. Without further ado, enjoy the clip. The RHODES V8 Pro new plugin from RHODES. You know, we love, you all know I am like obsessed with a good electric piano sound, and y'all let me know if you need more volume from that. And we're always looking for specifically the RHODES sound, right? Well, finally, the people themselves, RHODES, they made the plugin. They did it, folks. One of these presets called Sparkle Top 69. And right now we're looking at the detail view. Let's go back and just look at the main view, because this is the main screen, the simplest view of the plugin. Obviously, we've got our RHODES piano here. Well, let's look at some more of the sounds, because like I said, that is one of the presets that I just kind of stumbled into. There's this introductions folder. These are like typical stock RHODES sounds, and then the other presets get a little more creative. And I think if ever there was a stream where you could listen with headphones, this would be the one, because there's a lot of stereo stuff going on with this plugin as it moves between our ears. So this is the default sound plus chorus. And if we just take a quick look at the interface, we've got our preamp, which is going to give us the volume, the envelope. Let's add a little drive. Yeah. Gritty sound there. We've got access to EQ, of course. We can boost the low or take it away. We've got mid, which we can select the frequency of, and we can adjust the gain of the mid frequency. And then we've got the high frequency. We can add more top end. It barks too. I was hoping it did. Yeah, well, we can make it bark for sure. Like that. Vary pan, which is currently turned off. Let's click that on. All right, I don't want to just stay on this preset for too long, but I do want to just work my way through the interface. There's a sync button there, which is great. Syncing up with our tempo. Not that it currently matters. I just love that sound when it's cranked up a little too fast. All right, and then compression. I guess we are able to switch between the amount of compression and the makeup. We can turn the compressor on and off, of course, if we want. I'm going to mess with that right now. We have chorus. This is obviously a preset that's meant to have chorus on it, as well as phaser. Let's hear that alone without chorus. Phaser, as you might expect, and delay. Oh, I'm going to turn the wet up a little bit so it's more obvious. We're going to play with that a little bit in a moment. We have tap tempo and sync on that as well. We're going to move through some presets, but I want to point out that this is just like the most basic form of the interface, because we can also go into setup, which, as you can see, gives us 4 different sets of parameters: level, damper, fine tune, and timbre, which we can go through for each of these, as you can see, per note. And then we have a detailed view, which gets us a little more in depth to the different parameters of the plugin, where we can change things like amp cab and mic type. We can, of course, go through a few more of these factory typical settings, just so you can get the vibe for the sound. That's with a medium amount of drive. Low boost, high boost. Ooh, that crunch with full drive. A flat EQ. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with this view. Like, it's so intense and I don't want to break things, but you are right. There's like this level, like if you are the type of person to get really nitty gritty with this sound design and create a specific Rhodes sound, like so specific, you have that ability there in that screen. Go down. Let's keep going. That's my favorite preset so far, that dub stage one. And then, like, as they say, now for something completely different. Twin wah. Wow. I'm gonna turn down the pedal sound. The initial. I am just using my launch key here, by the way. So obviously this sound great, like funky lead. What kind of choices do you have under the amp, cab, and mic sections? That is a good question. Let's take a look at that. Let's scan through them. Velocity sensitivity, I'll answer that in a moment. Yeah, there is for sure a level of detail. So we have the difference between a dynamic and a condenser mic here with, I think, what was it, 4 different amp cab simulations? I've just put that on ping pong. This one's almost my favorite. Let me go back to the condenser. All right, velocity sensitivity, that's a good question. Let me just go to a basic. Listen to that. I'm gonna play loud, so just warning, I'm gonna go from soft to loud. That hardest hitting velocity there. Because I was raving about the mech noise. And I can turn that up. Listen to that. Getting that across each key. Adding a bit more to our realism. Tuning. I'm so interested in this. I am not super clued into the all-out history of the Rhodes and how these relate to the different models. But wow, that sounds perfect for like the lo-fi beats that I'm making. That tuning. I mean, just to put it back up to 0, it's a subtle difference. You all know I love a nostalgic sound. So things like being able to add the mechanical noise, to do a little detuning. Oh, that's a cool sound. All right, I'm getting, sometimes we do these plugin reviews or these different sounds or instrument reviews, and I get a little lost in the sounds. Great. So we've looked through like different presets, but I also want to point out here that there's just different profiles too. Let's go through that. So let me actually reset back to let's go to this preset, which I really like. Each of these presets has a profile. So beyond just the character of the sound, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. There's the character of the sound, but then there's the character of the actual physical instrument. I think is the best way to describe that. Today's stream of all streams would be the one to be listening on headphones. Yeah, on this one I might lower the lows a bit. Each parameter kind of has, not each one, but a lot of these, for instance, low. There's an outer knob and an inner knob. Inner knob being the gain, outer knob being the frequency here on low. The pedal, you know, for instance, has an initial level. I'm hitting the pedal, can you tell? So like things like the velocity and the depth, there was the question about velocity before, we have control over that. And then what Dustin was pointing out about the stereo field with the delay, we're also able to adjust the spread of that. Let's bring it all the way down. Let's bring it way up. Just listen to that attack. Okay, so what did I miss, everybody? What did I miss? Wow, that sounds so vintage. Great plugin, right? And it doesn't always have to sound like vintage, but I think the best way I would put it is that it does always sound authentic. All right, what do we think of the plugin? Let's rate it out of 5 so far. Based on what you all have seen right now, give me a number in the chat, 1 through 5. 1 being like, meh, I'm not into it, or 5 being like, dang, this is a dope plugin. How about that? 1 through 5. Hey, thank you all for watching that clip. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget that we are live every Thursday here on this channel, so come join, hang out with us. It's always a fun time. Shout out to all my channel members. If you do want to support my work, support the channel, and get something in return for yourself, like some free downloads, you can get in our Discord community, get your music reviewed, all those fun things. Click the join button down below. But of course, not everybody can do that, so just a subscribe and a like on the video also helps the channel a lot. But for now, that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.